Shout out to the homie Undead Chronic. He dropped a video on this video recently, but he didn't leave any tags, so I had to go looking for it. But not very hard to find. Guys, this is Natalie McCollum, and she asked a very simple question. Feminism. Do men really have a choice? Well, you know me, I'll be a huckleberry. So without further ado, let's just get into this.
Hi everybody, another day, another vlog, another controversial topic.
So first and foremost, 25%. Like, she's going for this look where she's trying hard to look like she's not trying hard, but you can definitely see the foundation and makeup like all over her face. She has the whole unkempt hair thing because, I just got up and I'm just doing this, blah, blah, blah. So, like, that's so swag right there. But, ma'am, continue.
Talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he said to me, I was talking to him about how I've been speaking out more and how I've been writing more stuff and how I'm trying to get it organized. And he was I really hope for you that men start listening, I hope.
So, he's trying to smash first and foremost. But then again, that's kind of how all men are when it comes to females and them telling us what they want to do. You want to have a boutique for puppies with broken paws? Oh, man, I really hope that works out for you. I really do, It's not particularly any kind of indictment or any kind of really even agreeing with what you're saying. It's just yo, you're my friend, you're my peoples, I want you to do well. I mean, it's more like a well wish than something genuine, sincere. But hey, that's what she heard, so let's continue.
That this works and blah 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 and yada yada and all this stuff, and I'm that's all well and good. I appreciate that you hope that, but men seem to think they have a choice.
Yo, you ever play Mortal Kombat with a family member, one of the younger ones, and you let them wreck you for a bit because, hey, they're kids, you want to build up their confidence and everything else like that until they get a little too big for their britches when, if you wanted to, you can just flawless victory them in a matter of moments. That's what I really feel like this is, It's you're standing on the shoulders of giants, but you're acting as if you were born 20 feet tall, Miss McCollum.
Or I guess that's what I said. I was y'all are not even men. I'm sorry. Not even men. I'm going to go back because I do want to address the fact that there are women who, women are part of the patriarchy for sure.
Okay, so when people start using language such as patriarchy, heteronormative, all that gendered nonsense, white noisem, they have absolutely nothing of substance to add to any conversation. Okay, that is just that's my tip from me to you today. When people start using this type of language, that real far left, completely out of bounds language that you might have to end up looking up, just white noise them, man, because all they doing is squawking.
There are women who are in the system, there are women who are supporting the system, there are women who are participating in that system. So people in the patriarchy,
the same system that got you your car, that got you the highlights in your hair and the nails on your fingers, darling, that system. Because one of the things that a lot of these people who, talk about, oh yeah, we want to take down the patriarchy, we want to take down capitalism, we want to take down all these different systems of quote unquote oppression, sit there and A, act like they got a better idea, and B, really aren't fully thinking things through, because you're not going to replace it. What you going to replace it with? Oh, well, we'll replace it with this thing that's been tried, like communism and socialism, with these concepts that have been tried elsewhere. But, they just didn't get it right. We'll get it right this time. I'd rather us just keep trying to colonize Mars or something like that.
I guess, seem to think they have a choice about what's happening with feminism and with women right now.
No, we know we don't have a choice. This is all the crazy ass neuroses that you gonna have to work out in your head. This has nothing to do with us. We, by all means, and you are right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, men think that they have a choice, sweetheart. The deal is that Like, if we so desired, if, like, men ever were to try to get on some hive mind type mentality the same way that females did, it would be lights out for you. It would be a wreck for you. Things would not end pretty. It's part of the reason that we don't do such a thing, because it just wouldn't be a contest. I mean, you really don't have the type of upper body necessary to force change.
I don't know where the confusion is happening. Well, I mean, I guess I do, because that's how the systems happened for so long. But I said to him, I was like, this system seems to think that there's a choice, but
no, there always is. You ladies, you've made your choices, and guess what? You regret your choices. Your choices suck. You're very, very, very bad at picking men who will be good to you and for you. No, you want the devil's food cake for dinner, for lunch, breakfast, and dinner, and you're missing out on all your nutrients. You're missing out on your starches. You're missing out on your on your vegetables. You're missing out on all the other things that you need because you want to sit there and chase cake.
Women are waking up. We're realizing how much we contribute.
Half. I will give you half. What feminism and just in general fails to recognize is that we are not competitors. We should never be competitors. We are complementary pieces. We are supposed to work together to get goals and things accomplished using our various strengths, because there are innate differences that makes us suitable for creating, for being complementary and working together to accomplish goals. But unfortunately, and particularly here in the West, over the last 30, 40, damn near 50 years, the idea that, girl, you don't need no man, you could do it all on your own, has become prevalent and just been taken to its zenith. And it's time to start wheeling that back. And as far as, do men really have a choice? Your Me Too sisters will definitely tell you that, yeah, men do have a choice. So that those girls, like the ladies who are having a hard time being mentored in their jobs and their careers by men because men don't want to be alone with them, yeah, they're flexing their choice. So yeah, you always have a choice.
Realizing how intelligent we are.
Some of you, I mean, it's the bellwether test. It's no difference between men and women. Like, we have more, like, men on average have more geniuses, so we have more idiots. Like, that's how it is. Like, make no mistake, as far as many, top notch, just incredibly analytical brains that are in female bodies, there are just as many completely off the wall bonkers ones. But the difference, I think one of the main differences between men and women is that men are willing to acknowledge, yeah, that dude over there is completely nuts, whereas a woman be like, that's my sister, how dare you.
Realizing how hard we're working. We're realizing how much it takes to run a home, how much it takes to run a family, how much it takes to have a job, how much
it takes to do all of these things that people have literally been doing since the beginning of the universe. So what are you talking about? We're just realizing that all these things are challenging. Yeah, especially when you decide you want to do them on your own, which too many of you have decided that you wanted to do. And now you're sitting now. I can't speak to her, her marital status or if she has kids or anything else like that. But if you sitting here and you're one of those ones that decided, oh yeah, I'm going to do this all on my own, sweetheart, you earned it. You deserve all the pain and all the headaches that you're having, because no one did that to you but you.
Takes to pay all of these bills. How much of that we're being required to provide?
Yeah, now, due to your own terrible decisions. If you sat there and had and made sure that you were with a provider, someone that would take care of you and a family, and that's who you decided to build your life with, build your children with, then boom, you wouldn't be complaining the way that you are. Why? Because, hubby got it. He gonna take care of that angle, I'm gonna take care of this angle. But that's not the way you guys want to play the game. And she does look kind of aight in the still right here. I ain't even gonna stunt. She looks a little bit better than usual.
In order to be a part of our society, a part of our community, and how little we're being valued for it.
She's like, how little we're being valued for. Word. You cannot. This is dishonest. She's either being dishonest, disingenuous, or she's just a moron. Because you cannot look around the United States of America without bumping into, oh my God, women are so amazing, women are so great. All right, make no mistake. We go balls out for Mother's Day. We go balls out for Valentine's Day, which is complete nonsense. But whatevs, we go balls out for you. So don't sit here and say, oh yeah, you're not being valued for what you're worth. You're valued for what you bring to the table. You know, and if you decided that, hey, I want to have the child of this bad boy over here, then you don't get to sit there and be like, oh well, society's not valuing me. No, you have to value yourself first, and you don't do that. Because guess what? You can compete with the boys. You can be just like the men. You can have sex just like the men without the same consequences. Nope, that's not how that works.
And we're not fucking confused about it.
No, you're confused about everything.
We're all talking. Every single woman I know is talking about what's going on in her life and how, this is the expectation and it's not matching up and like all of this.
Whoa, hold on. You mean to tell me that what you anticipate and what you expect your life to be out, it's likely not going to turn out that way? Oh my goodness. Welcome to being an adult.
Stuff. We're all talking. We're all talking to each other right now.
And that's the big part of the problem. I mean, Dave Chappelle has this great joke from one of his older stand-ups where he goes like, yeah, you women, y'all sit around, y'all talk to each other all day. Y'all sit there, talk to each other, read these magazines, and the problem is none of y'all know what you're talking about.
And you can decide whether or not you're going to listen to us.
Nah.
You can sit back and say, oh, this is going to blow over.
It is.
Right? But like, what do you think's going to happen when you don't? Do you think
you'll get menopause, complain about it, and then die with your cats?
We're just going to sit back and say like, oh, you know what? It's cool. Like, we were wrong. We didn't.
Fun story for you. Candace Bushnell, she is the woman who wrote Sex and the City, and the entire TV show was based off of her life. She recently came out and said, yeah, I was wrong. I wish I had the family. I wish I did the family thing. So, yeah, you are going to do that because you're wrong.
We didn't know what we were talking about.
No, you don't. You rarely do. Like, that's the thing that sucks, because as men, I'll tell you straight up and down, I want to give the benefit of the doubt. I want to listen to you. When you sit there and say, oh, listen and believe, I actually want to listen and I actually want to believe. The problem is that I've been burnt way too many times in the past to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to blindly listen to whatever you say. No. And then we give you guys an opportunity to complain, the opportunity to, come to the table and say all these things. Like, look at AOC. AOC is like, oh my goodness, well, we need more women here, we need more women there. Okay, AOC, what do you bring to the table? The Green New Deal. Oh my God. Which is basically, and if you believe in the Green New Deal, A, seek help, but secondly, it's not really about climate change. It's about turning the country into socialist utopia. So I'd back off of that if I were you. But that's the thing. When we sit here and say, hey, what's the problem? If a woman comes crying up to a man, he will ask like 10 times out of 10. He'll be like, yo, what's wrong? How can I help you stop crying? How can I fix it? But when you sit there and say, oh my goodness, oh, I'm crying because I dropped my phone or something, he gonna look at you like, for real, grow up.
I didn't know how smart we were. You know what? You're right. Please, I'm sorry. Can you convince me again that I should sit back down?
Well, that's really for the sense stick in your life. Like, not every man's going to be able to convince you, Natalie, of how wrong-headed you are. What's going to happen is that, well, what's supposed to happen, what should happen, is that there's a piece of meat that's going to come through and just bang some sense into you. Unfortunately, because you may have been run through quite a bit, you might not be able to pair bond, and without the ability to pair bond, guess what? No man's going to be able to talk to you, and you're going to end up alone. Talking to your walls and talking to your cats, darling. And that's sad.
Be quiet, not be as intelligent as I am.
Did you notice that? Like, she was about to say not be a slut, but she stopped herself, not be as intelligent as I am. She called herself a slut. That's really funny.
Where do you think it's gonna go? So right now,
to the kitchen?
Women are talking to you. Women are speaking to you. They're asking you. They're inviting you in. They're telling you, hey, this is what I need. This is what I'm looking for. This is what's happening in my world right now. And they're...
Okay, but that's the thing. There's a difference between your world and the world. And your world doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I hate to be a jerk about it, but your world, I don't care. Just talk whatever the hell you want. I'm pretty sure there'll be a simp there to listen to you and have a Kleenex for you and everything else like that. But you're just running your mouth. You're just flapping gums.
Not confused. They know exactly what's happening in their world, and you can't sit back and tell them that something different is happening.
Nope, time will show them. Time is that's why the Candace Bushnell thing was so important to me. Time will definitely show them.
Yes, there are going to be women who stay within the patriarchy. There are going to be women who participate within the patriarchy. And you could decide that you were only going to associate with that caliber of women, for sure. You could decide that that's the caliber of women you're going to marry, that's the caliber of women you're going to date, that's the caliber of women that you want in your circle, that's the caliber.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, Tim Pool caught hell because he said he wanted a traditional, relationship. And they got all these 30-somethings getting at my man. I might do a video on that a little bit later. We got all these 30-something women getting at Tim Pool because, oh, yeah, well, we don't like you anyway. And it's like, that's all they're doing is projecting the same way this young lady is.
Women you're going to make your nasty jokes in front of, like, whatever. Like, not for nothing. I like nasty jokes. I'm talking about, like, the...
See, he's so full of crap. Natalie, Miss McCollum, or Mrs. McCollum, more than likely Miss McCollum, you're full of crap. Because you still want to project that, oh, I can be one of the guys type deal, because you still want that male attention. Make no mistake.
Rape, the stuff that's not consensual, like, whatever. 14-year-old boy humor, I'm all for it. But you can continue to associate with that type of woman, but there's going to be less and less of them.
She's might be right. I mean, I ain't going to stunt. Like, I see these young girls, they talking about how they in relationships with each other. Oh, you my girlfriend and all this other stuff. You know what? Have at it. But guess what? You will all end up like Candace Bushnell, alone, sad, and with a way tougher life than it ever needed to be. And the only thing that's really propping y'all up at this point is the welfare state, which, if you know me, I think gotta go. We gotta get rid of the entire welfare state because it creates this type of mindset, this type of mentality where, oh, I don't need you. Trust me, we're gonna go. You're gonna do what? Nothing.
There's going to be less and less of them. And then that's also, it's not the future. That's not the...
Oh, yes, because I'm pretty sure this woman with the two-tone fingernails she's like a seer. I mean, we're looking at a prophet here, guys. Did you not realize that? I mean, she's just missing the turban. I mean, she should have like the whole white over her eyes things because she can see the future. She can see the future.
You have 50% of the population screaming with intelligence. You have
Okay, so it's more than 50% of the population. You outnumber us, darling. You are like 56%? I'm not fully sure of the number, but it's more than 50%. You're more than half of the population. And fortunately, you can scream all you want, but when you have to take it to the next level, which is the physical level, y'all don't have it. You do not have the capacity for some kind of large scale attack where you could just knock out every single dude on planet. And the simps that rock with you really, they probably bench the same that you do, so it's not gonna help.
50% of the population telling you hey, I'm a valuable member of society. I'm a valuable...
But that's the thing. We're in this zone where she's dealing with her own neuroses and narcissism. Because society, if you look around society been telling y'all, hey girls, yeah, you could. Why does the WNBA still exist? If society is trying to tell women, oh, you're lesser and this, that, and third. No, the society props up the WNBA because if it wasn't for the NBA propping them up, it would never survive. It's not society, it's just reality, and I think you confuse the two.
Remember of what's happening right now, please participate with me. Please listen to me. Please hear me. And when that doesn't happen, we're not going to sit back and say, oh, you're right. We didn't know. We don't know what's going on.
That's why you get gutted. But that's only if you have, that's only if you still have the ability to pair bond. Because there's supposed to be a man in your life that pipe you down and get your mind working properly, Once you get filled up with some good old loving, then like, oh, you know what? It really isn't that big a deal. Trust me, I've seen this time after time again. That's why I call it a scent stick, because without it, man, they just running off the rails. And most chicks at certain points cannot pair bond anymore. So thusly, there will be no scent stick. Thusly, there will be no scent stick that can what's the name, that can calm her down, that can put her in her right frame of mind. So yeah, she's just gonna be out in the world banging random dudes until she fully hits the wall, and then she'll die when her cats eat her or something.
We're gonna keep talking, and we're gonna keep trying, and then we're gonna start leaving things. We're gonna start. Did you know that 60% currently?
Did you notice, Darren? You know what? I think I'm done with this, because it's only but so far I can take this and still remain engaged mentally. And did you know that there was that women's strike? Nothing changed. Like, she was like, oh, we're gonna take our what? You gonna go on strike again when nothing's gonna change? So stop it, okay? Just cut it out. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, yeah, go ahead and do that too. I'm not scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and bitch shooting like, yeah, they don't really mess with me like that. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Do you think she's on to something? Do you think she's about to start the next revolution? Is this Chavez with a vag? I don't know. You tell me in the comments. And until the next one.